Today we are talking all about our curriculum choices for kindergarten. Well, hello, I'm Yael and I'm a homeschooling mama of 3 mini humans. And if you love videos all about homeschool curriculum resources and eclectic home learning, you have come to the right place. So be sure to subscribe and enable those notifications so you don't miss what I have next just for you. Because we do a lot of exploration and interest-led learning on a daily basis, the way that I've chosen curriculum this time around is I talked with my daughter specifically about the things that she wants to learn, and the curriculum that I chose is going to supplement and help guide us through that learning process. Another thing I wanted to mention is that we have been using JDA's preschool curriculum, and I will link that down in the description below. And I feel like that has prepared my daughter so well for a lot of the curriculum that I have chosen. Lastly, the curriculum that I'm going to be sharing is mostly core curriculum, so focused on math, reading, language arts, and writing. I'm also going to sprinkle in a few additional resources that I'm hoping to use as practice while she's going through each of the curriculum. If you have seen my previous unboxing video, you will know that our language arts curriculum this year for kindergarten is the good and the beautiful. The reason why I chose this curriculum is because of the ways that it really connects the teacher or the homeschooling parent with the child. And it's very much a teacher-heavy kind of curriculum. We're going to be really working closely with one another at every step, but that's something that I was looking to incorporate with my rising kindergartner in particular. She is the type of kid that really loves to do work, go through lessons, do written activities. She also loves to do hands-on activities, but she's definitely my worksheet kid. And so this is going to provide us opportunities to do a lot of book work and also, like I said, some good one-on-one lesson time. Now on to handwriting. For handwriting, we're going to be using Handwriting Without Tears. This worked really well for my first grader, and I think it's going to work pretty well for my kindergartner. I already really enjoy how they connect the letters that you're forming with actual words. I think that's fantastic. The only thing I'm a little hesitant about is that it has her writing uppercase letters before lowercase letters, but that's an easy fix. I am going to be focusing on the lowercase letters first and then the capital letters. The reason why I do that is because most of the English language is composed of lowercase letters. Oops, meant to say the English written language. So I want her to be able to really hone in on those lowercase letters first and then try to practice some of those uppercase letters. Now onto our math core, and what we are going to be using is Dimensions Math, Singapore Dimensions, or is it Dimensions Singapore? One of those. This is something that we have used for my first grader, and I am so excited to use it with my kindergartner. Now, I only purchased the textbooks because I found that throughout this entire year, that was really all we were using. We did use the workbooks to some extent, and essentially the workbooks are additional practice for what the child is doing in the textbooks. They also have a teacher's guide that you could buy, and you could buy this as a set. I obviously bought these separately from the set, but I found that I really wasn't using the teacher's manual or the workbooks that come in the set. So this is something that I feel like if I really need it in the future, I could always get separately. And that's one thing I really love about Dimensions Math, is that you can buy the materials separately. Another resource that I am so excited to use with my kindergartner this year is this book. This is a deductive reasoning book, and it's called Mind Benders. It's got all kinds of puzzles in it. I shared this in another video, but I really love this because it really gets the child thinking and using those critical deductive reasoning skills to figure out the answer to each puzzle. And it's something that my rising kindergartner over and over again has participated in with us, but I want her to have her own book to be able to do these puzzles just with me. For me, it's so important that my children develop a good foundation of counting money. And so we're going to start practicing that with this little sheet that I have created. It's a simple money counting sheet, and it's basically the same size as the real currency, the dimes, nickels, quarters. And though she is not ready to count by 5s, 10s, and 25s yet, I'm gonna get her started on this. So both my children will be using this sheet and collaborating together to count their money. And it's such a great way to have my older one start to teach and learn with my younger one. In terms of readers, I am still going to be having her go through the Bob books because I just love Bob books. And I have 3 different versions. I have set 1, set 2, and then first stories. And these have been such a win for us across the board with all the kids. They love grabbing them. They're so accessible for kids. And I am gonna continue using that with my kindergartner as she develops her reading skills. And it's not something, obviously this is something that's outside of the curriculum, but it's such a great way to continue practicing what she will be learning. Additionally, we are charting the territory of sight words, and we're gonna be digging into that more heavily with the good and the beautiful. And I am sort of experimenting right now with sight words and how to practice them. And so I bought these. These are from Scholastic. They're sight word readers. And this one is a fictional one with cartoon illustrations. And then this one is a nonfiction reader. And I'm going to try this out for the first time. I have not used these before, but it seemed like a great way to practice sight words. And I'm all about learning and practicing sight words in context. This book is something that I also shared before in my pre-K learning from home video, which I will also link below. But it's such a great way to practice writing and also start to learn about things like time and money. It does have that towards the end of the book. Last but not least, I love this little clock. This has been so fun for my first grader, and I am going to be using this a little bit more with my kindergartner as she starts to learn a little bit about the clock face and what the numbers mean. And we're not gonna go into too much detail, but again, I just want to make it a little bit more accessible for her, and it's something that she very much wants to learn. Going back to her goals, some of the things that she wants to achieve, and I know she's only like 4, but she was very clear with me about some of the things that she desires to learn, and this was one of those things. So that is it. That is our core curriculum with some additional resources for kindergarten. I am excited to get started. I really hope that you are doing well. I know this is a time where a lot of people are starting to feel a little tired and burned out. I feel you on that, but I really wish you all the best in this upcoming school year. Take care, be blessed, and I'll see you in the next one.